Artificial intelligence is everywhere today. We rely on it constantly. But what exactly happens the moment you hit send? Because the replies feel natural and conversational, it is easy to imagine there's a thinking, feeling mind waiting on the other side. But that mind does not exist. These systems operate entirely without human emotions, without genuine understanding or any form of consciousness. If the software isn't actually reading and pondering your request, what exact process is triggered inside the machine to generate a reply? The conversational mind we interact with is actually a sequence of cold, mathematical pattern recognition operating at an immense scale. To see this in action, we have to leave the human side of the screen and freeze time right after a prompt is submitted. The software cannot read your text or see an image. Its first step is translating your input into a string of abstract numerical data points. That data is fed into artificial neurons. These are mathematical functions, structurally inspired by the biological pathways inside the human brain. These neurons are organized into stacked, consecutive layers. The network pushes the data through these tiers, refining the information step by step. This layered design allows the machine to take a simple, everyday question and process it as a complex mathematical equation. As the data wave travels through the deepest layers of the network, the real calculation begins. Inside these layers, the system cross-references your data against millions of text fragments and images it absorbed during its training phase. It identifies specific, recurring patterns that link your prompt to known concepts buried deep within that massive dataset. Crucially, the system is not consulting a database. It is not looking up facts or searching the internet to retrieve a pre-written answer. Instead, the model calculates probability scores to determine the single most logical word that should come next, based entirely on those mathematical patterns. The model constructs its final response by making these predictions sequentially, generating output just one single word or pixel at a time. The reply you receive is never a recovered fact. It is a statistical guess based on pure likelihood. Back in the real world, those mathematical calculations materialize as a final response that appears instantly on your screen. The text carries an authoritative tone, yet we know it is purely the output of a probability engine. Because the software predicts responses rather than knowing absolute truths, it is prone to generating convincing errors if the underlying statistical patterns align incorrectly. This inherent limitation makes active human supervision a requirement. The machine handles the scale, while the human must handle the truth. Future progress depends on making these predictive equations faster and more useful, rather than trying to make them more human. Real intelligence does not reside within the machine. It exists in the partnership where the human provides the intent and stays in control.